Hi, I'm Georgie and this is my mum, Sarah. We're a multi-creative mother-daughter duo based in Australia. Welcome to our mid-century garage studio. This is where we make, paint, write and capture, and these are our weekly studio diaries. We are preparing to photograph some of Mum's paintings today, so we're going to be using this wall here behind me. I'm going to set up a tripod and we're going to capture the paintings so we have a record of them. We've got them for the website and also so we can turn them into prints. So it's now later in the day and essentially about an hour after I recorded the first clip, captured a couple of photos of this big painting here. We got light coming through the windows, which can be really beautiful for some photographic effects, but in the case of the images that we're needing to capture for this, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful, sunny, clear day today, like not a cloud in the sky, which is amazing in most cases, but in the case of this, I actually need the light to be nice and even, so we're actually going to have to come back tomorrow morning and resume.
This morning I remembered at the last minute that I had to get my car serviced, so I had a really lovely walk from the service centre, which is about 10 minutes walk away, and I'm now in the studio and going to start setting up to take some photographs with Georgie when she arrives in about an hour. In between, I'm just going to try and finish off a couple of little works on paper I started yesterday.
Essentially, all light, even though we don't think it, has a form of colour, it has a temperature. And when you're capturing right in the camera, you can actually adjust the temperature yourself. This is called the Kelvin. With artworks, the goal is to be as consistent as possible with what, or be as faithful as possible to what the actual colour of that painting, that artwork is. And so therefore natural light is going to give the most faithful representation of what that artwork actually looks like. I am capturing the details that are of the painting. So this is what is going to be used for prints and things. Just grabbing a few different details, but I'm just going to keep bringing this in closer. This is less about composition and more about me getting details of the painting itself. I really should be on a tripod right now, but I need to get higher than the tripod allows, so. Just getting details for cards. Remembering my rule of thirds even when you're capturing a painting itself. So you're like framing within the painting. An artwork within an artwork. If you're looking to get into photography, or if you want to capture your own business product imagery and things, I absolutely recommend getting your head around Adobe Lightroom CC desktop, because it also crosses over with Adobe Lightroom Mobile, which means you can take it with you anywhere. I have a preset here called Product, which has essentially been designed by me to keep the color integrity, you know, of a particular product, of a painting, of a piece of ceramics, you know, like whatever it might be. I'm literally just going to apply that preset. So this is one of our own presets, the Creatives Toolkit product preset. And I'm not just going to leave it there, I'm going to make some adjustments. If you want to learn a little bit more about how to edit your own imagery, or you want to really understand this in full depth, check that link. So I'm going to remove chromatic aberration and I'm going to enable lens corrections. Now you'll see this in a minute because I have captured this particular photograph on my zoom lens. It's a 24 to 70 millimeter zoom lens. And because I've captured it in 24 millimeters, there's actually vignetting around the edges of this image. So just wait and see once I've applied this lens correction, how amazingly that evens out the whole photograph and lifts up that vignetting. Now, Mum has also asked that I remove the black bar here. This is where our sliding doors are going to roll across to for the purpose of this image. It doesn't need to be here. So I'm just going to jump into the heal tool and I'm going to highlight that right now. That's a little bit wobbly, but it doesn't matter. It's actually a bit easier for the AI if you can select a little bit more around the area, and then I'm just going to click remove. It does take a little bit longer because the AI is a little bit more high powered, but there you have it. I'm just going to fix up that horizon, but there you have it.
So I'm renowned for being a little bit impatient, and I haven't worked on paper for a while, and so I've done some works on paper for my new collection. But as you can see, I've pretty much stuffed up one of them because I taped them all to keep them in place, and when I took the tape off, this is painter's tape, and it's taken some of the work with it. So I googled, and I'm going to save you the work because I've worked out how to remove the tape safely, and it's as easy as having a hairdryer in your studio. So first of all, what I'm going to do is warm up the tape, which relaxes the stickiness and the glue in the tape, and also I have left the works for 24 hours. Move the tape as close to the paper as possible so that we're not ripping and tearing. And when I get down the bottom, I'm going to use the hairdryer again because it does cool off pretty quickly and I can feel it. You can just almost feel it grabbing just a little bit more. Don't you love my hairdryer? It's
that was mine actually
for a while.
That's my old hairdryer.
Okay, that's much better. And then we have a perfect edge removed. How exciting. It's also good to bring the tape down towards you rather than up. You seem to be able to have a lot more control and it just seems to work better that way, or down the bottom on it, you know, so that you're bringing it down towards you, not away. So now, no rips and tears on the paper, and these little works are ready to be scanned for printing, and also this little piece will be available in my next collection release. At least I haven't stuffed that one up.
That's why it's on. God, it's solid.
This is an antique fire press, basically. I think I've got to clean you up a bit. I'm going to place this between, we'll put some cotton over it so that we don't sort of destroy too many of the fibres, I suppose. I'm going to then put some greaseproof paper, top and bottom, and I'm going to place it inside the flower press for about 24 to 48 hours and see if I can iron out the buckles. It's only a renovator. It's all the things I love doing, but I hadn't anticipated that I would do all the physical stuff myself.
She's not a regular tradie, she's a cool tradie.
She's a what?
You know from Mean Girls, how they're like, she's like, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom.
So not like a regular mom, I'm a cool mom.
See the little lumps? So that's what, oh, I left my rings on. That's not a good
Sarah.
look. Last time I left my ring on, I lost an aquamarine out of my engagement ring.
So someone has a really expensive salad bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Now I did order these new sieves, and one was a bit munted, which so it's not going to sit there properly. Can you?
Did you get
Okay.
a refund?
Oh. So at the moment, we have, oh God, I can't see.
Do you want me to have a look?
Yeah, you have a look. It's just under 2 litres.
Yeah, just under 2 litres, so it's 1.5. It's sort of almost 1 3/4. It's just over, it's about 1,600 mils, I think.
Okay. Okay, so 1.6 litres basically. Oh my God, that's just enough. We also poured just... Oh. Ta-da! So as you can see, this is the foot that we'll cut off, and we're going to leave this to set a little bit longer in the mould before I demould it. So here's our chook, ready to dry. And we made another one earlier, so you can see what it looks like with bisque. And you'll see the shrinkage rate. It's quite good, isn't it? You can see the shrinkage rate. Actually, if I can. So next week we'll be doing some slab rolling, some painting, and what else, George?
I will be trying watercolours again for the first time in 4 years and oil pastels for the first time in a decade.
Really?
Stay tuned.
News to me. Stay tuned.